Well, yeah, it's a bit of yeah, a bit of a show. Welcome, a lot of first-time chatters. I know people are curious about what I'm gonna say. You love the shirt? Well, I mean, you know, I thought about wearing my normal shirt, but it did feel like it was the right time to wear it. Although I mean, the shirt's very nice too. It's a nice shirt. It's a really nice shirt. So I thought I should rock the apt shirt for today. You know, to show my support to Mouse. Yeah, obviously, I'll chat a little bit about it. Obviously, we won't go into like crazy detail, because obviously it's still all new. There's a lot of information to talk about, but you know, I'll talk a little bit about it, about what I can talk about, because my lawyer was sweating this morning. Bro messaged me at like 4 a.m. and was like, please be careful. but yeah, I appreciate all the support so far, obviously, and everyone's very upset and very eager to hear about more. You know, I mean, like, at the end of the day, before we get into it or talk about anything, like, I think I speak for everyone when we just want to support Mouse. At the end of the day, we just want Mouse to be okay. So I thank you guys so much for you know, your undivided support of Mouse. Great tweet, by the way. and my lawyer said it was fine. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna do a pro gamer move real quick. He was like, please don't. And I was like, and he was like, actually, you know what? That's a good one. Thank you. I thought it was tasteful. I thought it was tasteful. I mean, what can you do? What can you do when you're, you know, when no amount of words can put into how angry you are? What can you say? And for me, the best way I like to deal with these things is to make a joke. I'm British. That's how we cope with everything. Ludwig's tweet was crazy, though. What Ludwig's tweet was diabolical. Do you guys see what he tweeted? Ludwig is unhinged. Lud tweeted, I believe VShojo is a organization. I like that is he's him, bro. Let him do what he wants, I guess. Hey, he's a real one. I don't know like what the thought process is, but you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. The joke is they donated to the wrong idea. Oh, God. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. It's a show. It is a show through and through. Have a little bit of a chat about what I can say right now, because obviously, you know, like there's a lot going on. There's a lot that can be said, a lot that can't be said for obvious reasons. You know, this is all kind of new, but I think I'll talk a little bit about my initial impressions. We can maybe talk about the business of running an agency, about what that looks like, and then we can get into the final section, which will be my personal thoughts on this whole situation. Yeah, not good. They're not good. I'm pretty angry, as you can probably guess. First of all, the really important thing to keep in mind right now as a viewer, because I'm sure you're all very confused, and you all have a lot that you want answered. You want to understand how this happened, what is happening, the full breadth of all of it, and it sucks. But the sad truth is that we have to like wait for everything to kind of unfold, to wait for everything to unravel. And obviously the fact that you guys are even hearing about this now means that a lot of things have gone wrong up until this point, right? Like, I know this is all brand new news to all of you guys, but I think what you need to keep in mind is that if it is brand new to you guys, this has been simmering and cooking for a hot minute. So keep that in mind. This is unfortunately a very slow and unsatisfying process, and everyone right now is going to try and get their like thoughts in. We live in a time where you get paid to hold people's attention, so everyone's going to be saying a lot of things and making their own thoughts on it. But I will tell you guys how I feel about it, because I think I'm well within my legal right to do that, and I'm pissed off, man. It's been really frustrating. I've to say the least. Obviously, I've known about this for quite some time now. Up in Mouse, deal with it as much as possible, and as much as you can do. And it's man, it sucks. It sucks a lot. And I'm still kind of like coming to terms with the breach of trust, which I think is, you know, something that I think is obviously being, you know, because everyone's talking about the charity money, and that's really important, and the talents have been lied to. But I think, like, man, what a colossal fuck up to absolutely ruin the trust with, like, all of the talents in my mind. And with Mouse, like, the one thing that you have to do as an agency is just keep your talent safe. Like nothing you do should ever put them in a point of jeopardy. And so it's just so depressing that this happened. And I know that, like, I don't want to talk for Mouse in any of this, because that's not, you know, I think, you know, this is a Mouse thing, but like Mouse already had like a hard time trusting people, so it just makes me so mad that someone that you know, and people that Mouse trusted kind of took advantage of that. And yeah, I'm really, really, really angry about it. I know I am not shouting and all that stuff. Lord knows I want to. But man, I'm just sad. I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. But, you know, okay, so let's talk about a bit about the video and about Mouse. And you know, so Mouse, you know, released a statement, and I'm glad that she did, because I think that it was important for Mouse to be able to tell this from her own words, from her own side. And again, reminder, this is, you know, what Mouse's attorneys have approved Mouse to say, and this is what they're allowed to say. So, you know, if you can say this and you can't say the other stuff, I mean, anyway. The one good thing that's come from this so far, and then I guess we can get into that in a little bit, but like, goddamn, oh man, I'm sorry. My thoughts are hard to formulate in this moment, and perhaps I should have had a script, but you know, like, I feel like I didn't really want to come in here and be like, this is what my lawyer has approved. I feel like, because there's so much support from you guys and from the viewers for Mouse and for especially our charitable endeavors, that I felt like it would be doing a bit of a disservice to kind of just lawyer talk out of this. But yeah, it's just so depressing. And like, you know, obviously found out about this quite a while ago. I you know, I'd been concerned for quite some time about certain things. And so, you know, I was pushing quite heavily. And so I'm glad that, you know, Mouse was able to get answers. Obviously it was like not great answers. And I mean, dude, can you imagine that, like, you've put so much of like your life and so much of like your effort and everything that you hold dear and everything that you care about into something, and someone else is like, whoops, forgot about that, you know? Oh, I was supposed to do that. I'm okay. I don't think I'll do it. And then you can't even get like a good answer as to what the is going on. Yeah, it's just I'm like dumbfounded. So, you know, and I'm glad that that now it's out, and that we can hopefully start figuring out what the next steps are. Obviously, it's just so shit, man. It's so shit. So one thing that I was like, you know, we should do this, is that we should talk to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and kind of explain what, you know, what's a bit about what's going on. And man, that is like, if you think you've ever had to break bad news to people in your life, dude, I mean, I normally don't like get upset or cry about things, but like, man, like having to, you know, deal with that was just like so ridiculous. Because, you know, me and Mouse have both spent so much of our online time and the work that I do here and the work that Mouse does, like advocacy for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And, you know, I genuinely see all the immune deficiency people like family. Like we have calls with them every month. We walk through what they're doing. We walk through all the fundraisers that we're doing and where the money's going. Like, talk to patients. I've interviewed people who have benefited from the charity, and I've gotten to speak with them. And like this, it's so hard when you donate money. Like, there are so many people who are being so generous in donating money. It's so hard to see that money and to imagine that you like helped someone, and to see the direct benefits of that. But you know, I've been really fortunate where I've been able to like actually talk to so many of these patients who have benefited from this money, and who have been able to increase their quality of life because of this money. And so to like kind of hear that like people won't get it really hurts. Because again, I've spent so much energy, and Mouse spent so much energy on raising money for this charity that, you know, like without them, we wouldn't have iMouse streams. You know, like they are such an important aspect of Mouse's life. And yeah, sorry, getting a little sad. Get a little sad, man, when I think about it. Because and then I started thinking about like, man, like we hear about Iron Mouse, and we're so lucky that we hear about Mouse's story and Mouse's journey. And then I get so sad that I think like, damn, it could have ended so much more differently if there wasn't people who were trying to do the right thing. And that makes me really angry. So yeah, that's really tough to deal with. But I think it's been great to see the support the Mouse has gotten so far. And when I was talking to Mouse, and Mouse obviously extremely nervous about doing this, releasing this, obviously, as this is like such a difficult thing to do. And Mouse is not a drama person. Mouse is not a confrontational person. Mouse is not the type of person who would get into this. Mouse would do everything in her power to not let it get to this point. And so to see it kind of like get there, and just watching Mouse being like torn apart by this was, yeah, made me really angry. And I really hope that the people who are responsible for this, I hope that they are held accountable, and that there is some form of justice. But other than that, it has been amazing to see like just how much support there has been for the charity and for Mouse. Because and I think that I'm really happy that everyone has kind of taken to Mouse and the charity here, and like already like so far, like as I'm like talking, it's going up. You know, it's kind of crazy. But like $223,000 raised already, and Mouse isn't even streamed. You know, like that's crazy. Like that's so cool, and I'm just kind of like overwhelmed for Mouse as well, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like the level of generosity has been really cool to see. And even with the Immune Deficiency Foundation, like we've worked with them so much that like we work with them so much that you can literally go on their website to read about a page with us and how we fundraise and how you can get in and get involved. Like there is a page on their website dedicated entirely to the fundraisers that we do. Like and like the impact that all of you guys have had on people's lives. And like, look, being in like a content creator space and having to raise money for charity, it's a weird situation because people want to know what they're donating to. And the sad reality of like immunocompromised stuff is that it is super not easy to explain. Like it is, and like for lack of better words, it's not a sexy disease. Like because like it is so hard to fully get across what it is that common variable immunodeficiency is, right? Like even saying it sounds like I get like explaining to someone like, hi, primary immune deficiency is a situation where sometimes your immune system just doesn't work. But wait, there's 450 different versions of it, and there's some people are only affected with like super individual cases. Like it's such a complex disease to talk about and to fundraise for. And I'm so glad that like people are willing to listen and to hear out when me and Mouse are always talking about it. And so that makes me really happy. Yeah, 450 that we know of. Sorry. the it's terrifying. Like it's a really like horrible disease because basically you just, you know, you could live your whole life thinking, damn, I'm healthy, and then suddenly when you start to get like, you know, older, maybe 25, unk status, you know, maybe you just start getting sick, and maybe you're getting pneumonia, which you've never gotten before, and maybe you're getting that sinus infection that's lasting a lot longer and happening a bit more often than it was before. And the doctor's always like, well, you should try this, you should try this, you should try this, because the doctors themselves don't even know about it. A lot of doctors are not educated in primary immune deficiency, which is why a lot of the money also goes towards helping further train doctors, helping give them more information, because they're like, it's scary to think as somebody who might be sick that my doctor might just have no idea what the fuck is wrong with me. And the fact that you'd have to live with that and your quality of life will just keep getting worse and worse while you're being given medication and treatment for stuff that is not the problem. It's like super demoralizing, super draining, and like a horrible quality of life. And it only gets worse the older you get. So it's why that there is such a massive need for just educating people and talking about it, which is why with all this stuff, I want to make sure that we all learn a bit more about the charity and the disease, because it's such an important part. That is like half the battle with raising money and raising awareness to get research. You can't raise more money without people knowing about it. And you can't fix the disease until there's a lot of money and help people have better quality of lives. But like, imagine it. Like, you suddenly start getting sick. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Suddenly you can't be around your friends, your family. And if you do want to be around your friends and family, they have to quarantine for days at a time. It's like terrifying. Like, it's genuinely such a horrific and lonely experience to have to go through that. Like, you like mentally are like completely fine, but suddenly now you're isolated. You can't talk to anyone. You suddenly keep getting sicker and sicker. It's awful. It's a really horrible disease. And you know, the fact that like Mouse is able to stream and do what Mouse does with all of that is insane. Like, Mouse is like a superhero, man. Like, I when I get mildly sick, I'm like, better take 3 days off. You know. Meanwhile, Mouse is like in her pukeathon, in her subathon, puking all the time, and then coming back to stream like nothing happened. It's crazy. Like, I can't do that shit. Pukeathon next. Oh god. So it's like crazy, you know. There's a lot to admire, I think, about Mouse, and to be proud of, I think. I'm always so impressed with Mouse and her ability to, no matter what, just kind of power through it all, get through it. So yeah, I'm just mad. I'm just so mad. You're locked in now, mate. Thank you for the comedic relief. I mean, you know, it's depressing, but I think it has been really cool kind of seeing so far everyone kind of coming together, everyone kind of trying to raise money for charity, everyone, you know, taking this really horrific mess and making it into something good. And I really do hope that publicly you guys don't have to wait long to fully find out what happened, and because I think everyone wants answers. I think we all want answers to what the fuck has happened. How can you f this up so much? And I wish Mouse was able to go like Hail Mary and just tell you guys everything. But we have to wait. We have to wait. We have to be patient. We have to wait for the full story. You know, lawyer's got a lawyer. Although I was talking to another lawyer about this, because I was also curious. I was asking him like his thoughts on the situation, you know, and I said I was like, nah, fuck it, we ball. Let's get that lawsuit. Let's go crazy. I was like, what are they gonna do? Sue the talent? That's crazy. Because I feel like, okay, it's like if you as a talent agency sued your talent, that no talent would ever join your company ever again. And at that point, like, what are you suing for? You're suing to like pay off the debt you owe to that talent. You know what I mean? Like, this would be like Disney if Disney tried to sue Mickey Mouse. It's ridiculous. But you know, the lawyers are funny, and law thing needs to be done. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's about it. That's all I have. That I don't have much else to say other than I'm angry. I'm disappointed. It's not hard to, you know, pay money that you owe. It's about it. It's really not that difficult. It's not your money. Don't, you know, don't f it. All right. Okay. All right, what did he say? Okay, my lawyer did message me. Okay, he didn't send all caps. I'm fine. And look, this is gonna be you know, a mess of a situation while we wait for everything to kind of come out and for everything to kind of unfold. I think what's important is to, you know, don't get too caught up in drama, because people are gonna start to try and farm this for all it's worth. They're gonna try to, you know, milk every view out of this possible and stretch out facts or, you know, misconstrue situations. Just wait for what the talent say. The moment the talent can all tell you about it, that's when we'll find out everything. So yeah, you know, don't get clickbaited. Don't get, you know, listen to these crazy thumbnails or whatever the fuck. Like, just wait. We'll know all the facts when the time is right, and that's it. That's about it. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to go into too much more depth about it, other than just sad and disappointed. Twitter's already going crazy, and like rightfully so. Like, I feel like I understand why everyone is so fuming about this. Like, everyone has the right to be completely angry and betrayed, especially if you were an active viewer of VShojo or Mouse or supported any of it. Like, yeah, you have every right to feel absolutely betrayed. I think like that. I think that's completely valid. But try not to get, you know, try not to go too crazy. Try not to go haywire. We just gotta wait, ultimately. And for now, we can continue our clowning. I think we can continue the clowning while the lawyers do their thing. We'll let the lawyers do their thing. When Mouse streams next, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to hear it. Giga. Oh, Giga, thank you so much for raiding. Sorry, I was like locked in. But I saw Giga did talk about it a little bit, and of course, Giga is ever mature. Giga had the absolute correct mentality when talking about it. Giga was like, let the lawyers cook. So I think it'll be good. But look, we're already at $230,000 raised for charity. You know, that's like insane amounts. Just, yeah, ridiculous. So just, we gotta wait for Mouse to come back and be live again. And I guess every stream till then will just be the Mouse waiting room. Mouse is in chat. You missed her message. I'm sorry, I had chat closed because I didn't want to get distracted while I was talking about it. I kind of wanted to just be able to just talk about it, because I find that chat throws me off. Because I'll be talking about something and I'll be on a trail of thought and I'll read a chat that like raises a good point. I'll be like, well, can she still not stream without being in an agency? Yeah, you can stream. But like a lot of the talents, like, okay, it's like public. A lot of the talents also had like agent representation outside of VShojo. Like that is a thing that was real. Why that would happen, you have to wonder. I don't know. Kaho tweeted about this. I saw Kaho's tweet. Okay. Kaho's tweet. Kaho's tweet is the kind of tweet that would make your lawyer flip a lid. Lawyer would be like, Kaho, we better have proof for this. We better have some proof for this one, Kaho. This is a crazy tweet. Look, I'm not trying to get into legal trouble, but you know, it makes you think. Makes you think. Also, Kaho is... I have so much respect for Kaho. Kaho takes zero any situation. Kaho will drag people for being awful. I love it. Kaho has no chill, and I have nothing but respect. Hopefully you guys won't have to wait too long. Hopefully none of us will have to wait too long, because I think everyone wants to be done with this situation, and everyone just wants the right thing to be done. and for justice. Sounds lame as to say justice should be served, but like, yeah, I mean, that's people just want the right thing to be done, man. Kayson's tweet. Kayson tweeted? What did Kayson tweet? Kayson... Yeah, that's a Kayson tweet. That's a Kayson tweet. That is a Kayson tweet. That's a Kayson tweet. This is pissed. Rightfully so. Like, I think, man, what a situation. Just awful. Just awful. But yeah, look, everyone's going to be chill. Everyone, obviously, I know everyone wants answers. Again, gotta wait for the legal process to just, you know, lawyers to A-OK everything and all that stuff. So just wait. You might be waiting a little while, but look, the truth has a fun way of being paid. There's only so long that you can hide it, but it'll eventually always come out, and it has a good knack for doing that. So you will get the full story, whether that's today or a month or 2 months or a year. You don't know, but you know, it always comes out. But how y'all doing? Oh, dude, how we all doing, huh? Nice day for a stream today, huh? One thing I did actually want to say very quickly, I'm still pissed off about this. I do want to say this. Maybe my lawyer would appreciate this. This one I do want, my lawyer's really sweating right now. Actually, one more thing before I move on. So here's one of my biggest what the f about all of this, okay? And I did want to say this, but I forgot to say it during my rant earlier. As somebody who is always, you know, I'm always concerned about mouse. I care a lot about mouse, and I you know, I just want mouse to be okay. You know, so in Mouse's statement, Mouse alludes that money is owed to her. In my mind, if you owed money to like to Mouse or any talent, it's like, what if Mouse was not in a financially secure position, and Mouse really needed that money? Like, would you just like not give it? Like, I don't understand. Like, because at that point we're getting to the point where like you're just actively like risking someone's livelihood, and that really pissed me off. Because like me, if I go broke, okay, I'll start working Uber Eats. I'll figure it out. I'll be all right. But it's like, you know, we all know medical treatment is not cheap. They're very frustrated. Needless to say, my anger is being tempered and my fury is is quite palpable. But look, we'll wait for the full thing to come out. Thank you, lawyer. Sorry for giving you a heart attack. All right, now I'm done. my lawyer did say. Okay, all good. He says all good, all good. Yay!